Hi, my name is Thomas Johnson. I'm the Head of Operations here at Digital Asset Management. My responsibilities lie pretty much with the security of our clients' assets, the vault where we store these assets, the security of the company, both the data and again the assets. Also my responsibilities lie with the business development and at a high level the investment and trading side of the company. So the common question I get on the street from my friends is, Thomas, what is blockchain? What is cryptocurrency? I've heard about it, but I know nothing about it. Blockchain is a technology, a very new technology, and this was started by Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is the foundation of blockchain. Now what blockchain does, it allows a trustless system that then provides trust. So what keeps blockchain safe is the immutability of the networks. And immutability means that it cannot be changed. So the reason why it cannot be changed is because all this information, the ledger technology, is spread globally. And all these computers need to verify transactions or sort of code at the same time, and they all have the same copy of the same ledger. The moment someone tries to maliciously alter a transaction or provide information which is false, one computer will pick it up and then pass the information to everybody else, and the network operators will straight away know that there's a problem at this point. So for this reason, it's just impossible to hack the network. This is why blockchain is such an important development.
My name is Philip Vasquez, and my role is mainly with regards to compliance and strategy going forward. Gibraltar's history with blockchain and distributed ledger technology started back in around 2015 when there was a working group formed by the Gibraltar Finance and a few other their advisors. At that time, they were looking more at ways of regulating exchanges and other kind of intermediaries, but not the technology itself. So if you fast forward 2 years later, in May last year, the government essentially announced the fact that they were going to be licensing DLT entities, and then from there, everything just exploded in Gibraltar. And it was very timely. At the time, the crypto markets were rampantly growing, and Gibraltar's attention was also, very, very well received globally. And then later that summer, not only did Gibraltar and people like myself who were working in law firms at the time receive inquiries about being licensed as DLT institutions, there were also people inquiring about funds and about setting up businesses in other points in the kind of cryptocurrency industry, if you want to say supply chain.
So blockchain is the foundation of this technology. Now what lies on top of this are different asset classes. One of these is cryptocurrencies. This, as the name suggests, it's meant to be a currency and just an exchange of value. So Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dash, Ripple, these are meant to be used as currencies or help transactions. And then on top of this, you also have tokens. Now with tokens, they can be a security, very much like a share for a company, like Apple, Amazon, or you have a utility token. Now this utility token is very much like a voucher. Think of like the coin that you could use for a shopping trolley. It's something that, it's usually owned by the company, and it's something that can be used on the company's platform. Some people would think, who's behind all of this? At the end of the day, with blockchain, it's all about the communities and it's all about the people. There isn't really one single person in charge of Bitcoin or any other network. There is usually a team, a foundation, and yes, it usually is 5 to 10 people. But that's not to say that things can't change. Most of these organizations are also non-profit, and they are charities, which then feed onto actual profit-taking companies and projects.
My name is Sam Buxton. I'm the co-founder and head of investment at Digital Asset Management. My passions are analytical work, investment analysis, and cryptocurrencies. So the traditional markets are starting to embrace cryptocurrencies. It's work in progress. We're starting to see traditional banks and asset managers start to offer cryptocurrencies as a service, and we believe we're going to see more of that in the next 3 to 5 years. Traditional banks offering Bitcoin wallets or Bitcoin as an option in your portfolios for an investment firm. We think we'll be well positioned because we're early movers.
I got into blockchain technology in December 2016. At that point, Bitcoin had just crossed the $1,000 mark, which was pretty historic at the time. That straight away spiked my interest. I'd already heard about Bitcoin a few years prior. I had some friends that were mining from their home computers. So as soon as I started looking into Bitcoin in December 2016, I just became affected by the community and the spirit of what they were just trying to achieve. I then had the idea of, wouldn't it be a very nice idea that there was some sort of vault facility here in Gibraltar, somewhere where Gibraltarians or any locals could store their assets, which I saw that there wasn't any. Right now, if you were to buy any of these assets, you are responsible for your asset. If anything happens, it's pretty much your fault, whether you get hacked or someone steals them. No one's accountable but you. So I thought, would it be great if there was a company that was accountable and you could put your trust and reassurance from somewhere else. Discussing this with my colleague Sam and Philip, we saw that this was a very good idea, and there was a niche in the Gibraltar market for this. So that's where digital asset management came from, and that was in its inception.
Digital asset management was incorporated in December 2017, and we have three main service offerings, which include portfolio management for your average retail clients that want to get exposure to cryptocurrencies and invest in cryptocurrencies but don't know how. It's a very complicated process. Storing cryptocurrencies can be tedious and risky, so we fill that gap. Our second service offering is cryptocurrency custodianship, which is essentially cold storage or vault storage, where we secure your cryptocurrencies offline in our vaults based in Gibraltar. And our third service offering is OTC, which is over-the-counter exchange, where individuals can call in and book trades or buy and sell cryptocurrency. So if you have a minimum of £5,000 and you want to buy some Bitcoin, for example, you can call us and we could broker that deal for you over the phone from our office here. Our portfolio management service basically entails us building a basket of cryptocurrencies for you. So there's not only Bitcoin, there's thousands of other cryptocurrencies, and we would essentially pick the best, or what we believe is the best, the blue chips if you like, and we'll create a portfolio of 20 to 30 constituents, or 20 to 30 cryptocurrencies. That's overseen by our investment committee. We meet monthly to discuss portfolio weights, to discuss upcoming news announcements, dates, to ensure that our clients are always exposed to the right picks.
So with this industry in general, there's a lot of risks, a lot of known unknowns and unknown unknowns, like the Donald Rumsfeld phrase there. The pace of change in this industry is weekly. So weekly you have different legal developments with regards to compliance. Then you also have weekly developments with regards to the development of the technology. And in terms of what we can do as a business with digital asset management, it's being able to keep abreast of that and keep clients informed, but also play that knowledge to its strength to see if there's any appreciation going forward in the cryptocurrency markets. But then again, given the early stage that we are with this technology, people really need to understand that this is incredibly high risk on a number of fronts.
Something that people can do is they can go to websites like CoinMarketCap, and on those websites you can get a lot of very useful information on what's going on in these markets. Now, in CoinMarketCap, you will have a list of about 1,500 different cryptocurrencies, security tokens and utility tokens. But every single one is a different project, has a different team behind it, and it's up to your own sort of analysis, and you need to do your own research on which project you think is most valuable, and that's the one that you would invest with.
These type of investments are really exciting. They're very volatile. It's risk reward really. You can be exposed to traditional bonds that pay you 5% a year, and that's great for some investors. However, some investors want some exposure to these volatile assets that give 100 to 200% returns, and well, they have done anyway in the last couple of years. So it's definitely an exciting asset to get exposure to. There's a lot of people scrutinizing this space, a lot of traditional investors saying that this is a scam or it's a big Ponzi scheme, but we'd like to challenge that, and if you want to learn more, our doors are open.
A lot of people kind of look at us with a bit of a squinty eye and think, how does your business work? Are you really just trying to encourage people to invest? And the short answer is yes, but with a view to educate them first. Everything we do always has the footer and express reference to the high risks. I mean, on our website we've got a fairly extensive risk notice, which we're updating constantly. The real importance here is not to get people just to invest. We actually turn business away where we feel someone hasn't got the right risk appetite. Ultimately, what we want to do is educate people and provide value. Thomas Johnson, one of the three of us, he late last summer started the local Gibraltar cryptocurrency and blockchain community, which is a really, really good idea. We've really grown a local community across disciplines, and it's everyone from your average person on the street who wants to learn more to people who sometimes can be regarded as experts in what they do.
I saw that there wasn't a place to discuss with other people or a forum to talk about blockchain or cryptocurrencies, so I started the Facebook group, the Gibraltar Blockchain and Cryptocurrency Community. Now, with this community, we're able to educate people and clear up any grey areas that they might have about the industry. It's also a place for other businesses that are working in blockchain to advertise any meetups or meetings that they're doing. And not only that, it's just something that I hope evolves into some sort of an association and a voice that the Gibraltar government then listens to whenever any decisions need to be made with policies in Gibraltar regarding blockchain and the industry here. With the Facebook group, we've already done 3 meetups. So keeping communication and being engaged with your community is critical. So following on our ambitions to keep the community informed, we did hold also a sort of trading event in the World Trade Center a couple of months ago, and we invited some cryptocurrency traders from the United States, and they flew over and they did a presentation on what is cryptocurrency trading, why is it valuable, and also what are the risks from it. That was a very informative event, and it's something that we wish to continue in the future. So one of our ideas to get more people engaged is to start a cryptocurrency vlog, which we're going to be announcing on YouTube and also DTube, which is a cryptocurrency platform very similar to YouTube. And we hope through Facebook, Twitter and YouTube that we'll be able to keep our community engaged and also informed on developments in blockchain.
What we're seeing now with blockchain was kind of inevitable in Gibraltar's perspective, more generally with technology. In 2015, there was a few of us who started a Gibraltar startup community because we really wanted to try and replicate the energy of the startup ecosystems that were coming out of London, out of Berlin, obviously Silicon Valley. And we really thought that, why isn't Gibraltar seeing that same buzz and energy? And three years later, we find ourselves in this really fortunate position, and it's really the prime kind of fertile ground that we can really build that natural community on. We've done a very good job over the past 20 years with gaming. Gibraltar with cryptocurrencies and this industry, we could see a similar thing be replicated there. So the USP of blockchain and distributed ledger technologies, I think it comes at a really interesting time in, not to be really dramatic, but in the development of where society is generally today, right? We've come to a point where the internet in the 90s, grew everything, and it, increased civilization's ability to communicate and conduct social and financial transactions immensely. And now we find ourselves at potentially another point in Moore's law where we're going to see another doubling effect if this decentralized technology really kicks off. And what we see this technology providing is sometimes a bit of a utopia, into the future. I think that's why certain people resonate with it so well. It's not necessarily that they understand everything. I think they just resonate more with the vision that it has, in the fact that individuals have more power to control themselves online and with other people. So it's not just the value it brings to the future going forward in terms of how we conduct ourselves and commercially. It's a bit of a kind of a psychological utopia, because we don't know where the future is going to take us, and this is where the imagination's going.